Sagittarius, my name is Gregory Scott and this is your astrology forecast for August 2015. Thank you so much for joining me. I am going to give you a really detailed rundown of what your astrology is going to look like in August, and hopefully that'll give you something to go on. So the first thing that happens is that Venus, the goddess of love, moves into Leo on the 1st of August, and it's sitting right on top of your chart, okay? So what really is the biggest, brightest star in your sky, and the thing that is really affecting you most powerfully, is this renewed sense of love, this ability to express yourself freely. And it's not only that Venus is sitting in that position, but Jupiter, the planet of good luck and good fortune, is right next to that. And at this noon position in your chart, it means that that's what you're going to be feeling on a day-to-day basis going into August. So you really start the month on a powerful, positive, really with a very good outlook, and really expecting the best for the future. Not only that, you're a fire sign, and Venus going into Leo means it's going into fire as well. So the way of expressing your love, the way that love is kind of taken up and the way love is swirling around the universe, is something that you're going to feel quite at peace with and quite content with, and you'll find it easy to tap into that energy. So you really start the month very positively. At the same time, there's a T-square in your chart, which is an area of motivation with a solution to that friction. And the friction is between these feelings of love that you've got, especially, I would say, in terms of exploring. I think you're really, really adventurous right now. I think you're really interested in trying new things, discovering untapped resources, discovering new worlds, new ways of being. And it really connects with this feeling of being sensible. And it's almost like you're putting the brakes on yourself and you're saying, okay, that's very well that you care about all of these things, but what about helping other people? What about communicating in a responsible way? Or what about looking at the more kind of permanent things in life? The answer to that problem is to really listen to your gut and to really go with your feelings at the beginning of the month. I don't want you to listen to some dictates of what you ought to be doing in life at the moment. I think on the 1st of August it's really important to listen to your feelings and to allow yourself to explore and to try new things, because there's a blessing there and there's love there and there's good luck there. Whereas if you shut down and you say, I can't, I'm supposed to do this, you'll miss out on that luck. And it's no more sinister or no more better than that. It's simply that make yourself available to get the love that you're entitled to by not shutting yourself down with rules and expectations and things that you ought to be doing. On the 3rd of August, there's a grand trine in water that occurs in your chart. And that again is between Saturn, which is sitting right on top of your ascendant, your rising sign. We've got Chiron in the moon, and we've got the midheaven and Mars. All right. So what this really indicates to me is that you're having a little bit of, I think there's some messages that have been quite painful that you've got from your family and that have affected you in a certain way have come up, and I think you're ready to bust out of those. So, if you were brought up in Western culture and you're female, you were probably brought up to always be sweet, to be friendly, to be unassuming, and not to, this is a stereotype, but a lot of people are brought up as stereotypes, to be unassuming and to be nurturing, for instance, okay? Then at this time of your life, you will look back on that and you will say, okay, I followed those rules, it's gotten me this, certain positives, and it's caused certain problems, like anything. And you have a decision now of whether to continue to follow those norms or whether to become more like yourself and to discover new ways of being without those rules imposed on you. And I think that's an important question that you've got at the beginning of the month. And I really feel that if you focus on love and what it is you love to do, then it doesn't need to be a big painful, I will stop doing this, you know, it doesn't need to be a big robotic alteration of a person, but by going with love, you'll be guided out of those restrictive rules and into rules that work more effectively for you. On the same day as well, Pluto's in retrograde, and Pluto in retrograde is, first of all, Pluto is death and rebirth. And when Pluto's in retrogrades, it kind of becomes more focused on pulling things away, taking things away. And that's in your second house of finance. And what that means is it takes away negative things, negative practical things that no longer serve you. And they are replaced by exploring something new. So I really think that a big theme for you so far already, Sag, is that there are certain things in your life that no longer serve you, that you're bored with, that are quite negative. Old rules, old things at work that may not be working. And I think you're taking your vacuum cleaner and you're sucking all of that away. And the vacuum that is then created should be replaced by the things that you love, by the things that you're genuinely interested in. So this beginning of the month is already a very cleansing period for you. The moon trines Jupiter and Venus on the 5th of August. And your moon and Uranus are in your 5th house of romance and relationship. And the planet of good luck and love are connected with it. So the 5th for you, Sagittarius, is a wonderful day, and there's a lot of fire in your chart on this day as well, and a lot of cardinal energy, so new beginnings. And I really see that this could be a very good day for you to find something new that you love. Could be a person, it could be a thing that you become enamored with, but there's a real energy of love appearing in your life, but not gradually, really strongly, powerfully. And it appears on this day. And I think the way that's going to affect you is because then Uranus and the moon square Mars and your midheaven means that you're relentlessly going to pursue that. So 5th day is a great thing to discover what it is you love. On the 7th of August, the sun starts to square the moon just for this day. And that's interesting because what that does is it allows you to review the things that you've done in your working life already, the things that have pleased you, the things that have not pleased you, and the direction you would like to go in. So I think rather than just getting rid of the negativity, I think you're going through a sorting process now, and you're planning out and you're mapping out your future. And I think you're really going through a period of broadening your horizons, reevaluating what you're going to be doing and how you're going to be doing that. I see a lot of change, and that change will translate, doesn't necessarily need to translate in work or in love or in family, but it's your perception of what you're going to spend your time doing, whatever area of life that is. On the 8th, Mercury goes into Virgo, and that's again right on top of your chart at the midheaven. So you become even clearer in terms of sorting the good from the bad. This no longer serves me, this is good. The thing that comes to mind here is many years ago, I think in 2002, my grandmother died, and we had to, after she died, we went to her house to sort out her belongings, okay? And I love my grandmother, and I think we all love my grandmother, but certain family members couldn't do the work. They couldn't look at certain items and sort them as in we're going to keep that or we're not going to keep that, because there was too much emotion involved, and they constantly got sidetracked and the work wasn't able to be done. And other members of the family were able to do it, were able to actually say, we need to sort grandma's stuff out here, okay? And what I'm saying is you're going to be on the side of, you're going to be able to do the work. You're going to be able to figure out what you have affinity for, what you care about, what you want to be doing, without getting emotionally sidetracked. There's also a Grand Cross on this day, and that means you're going to be reviewing those things about yourself versus what you love in other people and what they love about you, and what kind of future you want to build for yourself. So, wow, this is really deep, Sagittarius, okay? So you're in the middle of really just reevaluating your whole life. Really just everything's up in the air, and it's like a midlife crisis. You know, a midlife crisis is defined by literally throwing everything up in the air and reevaluating everything, because everything is no longer steady and solid. And I really feel that everything is up for question at the moment. And the only thing that is really rock solid that you can rely on without any question is yourself and your own feelings. So that has to be your compass this month. Always go back to that. Mars moves into Leo on the 9th. And that's in your 9th house as well. So that exploration gets even stronger, and that search for meaning becomes even stronger. There's a great book, actually, with that in the title, Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. It's wonderful. It's about someone who survived the concentration camps and who tried to make sense of what had happened. Amazing book. On the 11th of August, the moon trines Neptune. And on this day, I really think that a family member appears in your dream and gives you a message. And again, this is the trick. That's a tricky thing. It may be a family member, but it may not. The thing to listen to is yourself. Take that on board and see, okay, thank you for the message. Maybe you're reaffirming what my family wants me to do, but what do I want? So again, always come back to that this month. What is it that I want? What is it that I need to do? Between the 12th of August and the 19th of August, Mercury trines Pluto. And again, this allows you to sort out your finances. This really is a great time to actually sort your bills, your finances, and to get rid of any excess. Go through your direct debit, see what's happening, and to really grow your career and your finances more positively in future. So do a spring clean, and that will really clear things up for you to move forward. On the 12th as well, Virgo moves into, other way around, Jupiter moves into Virgo in your 10th house. Your 10th house is your work house, Sagittarius, okay? So the lucky planet of good fortune is in your 10th house of career and work for the next year. It stays there until, it stays in Virgo until the 10th of September 2016. But now in August, it stays in your 10th house. So August is a wonderful time for you to grow and expand your career. And all of this questioning that you're doing that for a reason, because you can take your career and you can make it work more meaningfully to you, and you can make sure it's more compatible with you as a person. Jupiter's in Virgo, so it's about taking action, and it's the key. To do this, it's to take action. It's to look for different jobs if you're not happy in your existing job. It's to look at what changes you can make to maximize the parts of your job that you do enjoy and to minimize the parts that you don't enjoy. So it's a great time to sort that stuff out. On the 14th of August, the new moon occurs. And the new moon occurs again in your 9th house of exploration, of discovery, of figuring things out. And this is like pouring more energy into it. And this particularly will heal the expectations that have been placed from you, especially the restrictive expectations that have been placed on you from family. So if you're really creative, you know, if you wanted to be a circus performer, but your family expected you to be a corporate lawyer, there would have been some friction, and you may have either accepted that and gone the law route, or you would have rebelled. But I don't feel that you would have rebelled, and I think it's about those dreams coming back up, and it's about re-exploring them and then doing the things that you know are right for you. I mean, I'm guilty of this myself. Growing up, I was told that I need to go to university to be successful, and people wanted the best for me. So go to university, get degrees, do well. And I listened to that. And I always knew I wanted to do astrology, the tarot, and I wanted to use my intuition to work. But society didn't really nurture that, and at that point I wasn't confident enough to say, screw all of that, I'm going my own way. And I had a couple of years where I wasn't happy in my work, and it was when I came back to what I really wanted to do that I found the happiness that I wanted, because I've aligned what I'm doing with what I really want to be doing. And that's the difference. And that's the kind of theme I see coming up for you here. So use that period to heal the past, the new moon period. 15th sees Jupiter opposing Neptune. And this is interesting because, again, Jupiter is in your 10th house of career, and Neptune is the dream and the expectation of what you should be or what you could have been. So it's about, finally, this opposition lasts for 2 months, from the 15th of August to the 13th of October. So the question of asserting yourself versus conforming is going to be a theme, and I'd like you to keep working towards being true to yourself and listening to your own guidance rather than listening to the outside messages of what you should be doing. The 18th of August sees the moon in Libra, and that sextiles your... Okay, so the 18th is a wonderful day for you to get a message via one of your friends or via someone in your social circle to give you that helps you walk through the next door of opportunity in your working life or in your development. So someone gives you a message on the 18th that then allows you to progress even more on this journey that you're on. The 20th sees your moon and your ascendant coming together and you feeling very, very comfortable and nurtured by the spirituality in your life. And that is the antidote to the continuing pressure that I think is going to be exerted on you by your memories of family and what family wanted you to do, or even your current family and what they're currently saying to you. The way to get through that is to stick to your guns and to reach out to something bigger than yourself, which is the universe, which is spirit, and to say, these people are really pressuring me and I'm finding it tough to deal with. I'm just one person and they're all ganging up on me, telling me what I should be doing. Please help me. And that's where you get the strength to kind of stand your ground. Because, you know, families often do want the best for people, but sometimes they disregard what's going on the inside, and they just see, this is our daughter. We want our daughter to be a judge. And we don't care if that's something that she likes, that's what she's going to be. We paid a lot for her education. We spend a lot of time and energy on schools and all of that stuff, and she's going to be a judge come hell or high water. But if she doesn't want to be a judge, then she really needs to assert herself, and that's tough. And sometimes you need help, and the universe will give you that help. 23rd sees a kind of extension to that, and it really means that not only the universe will help you overcome this, but your own feelings are going to guide you through this and help you to discover what it is you want to do. So it's not about standing up to people and saying, actually, I have a choice here, because you don't have a choice. When you get clear on what you want to do, it's like, you want me to be a judge, but I have to be an astrologer. I have to do it. So I'm sorry to disappoint you, I love you, but I have to go my own way. I have to do it. And that Star of Bethlehem in July kind of signaled that new period of your life when you're discovering your purpose and you're broadening your horizons and you're becoming the true you. It's really hard. You know, a lot of, like, let's use homosexuality as an example. These days, gay marriage is legal. Every state in America, in the United Kingdom, lots of European countries, South Africa, it's legal. But still, a lot of people who know they're gay stay in the closet because they're afraid of the life that they would then lead, or the truth that would... It's the truth about them, but if that truth became a reality, they're frightened of the life that would be presented to them. So it's a tough choice, okay? And I'm not saying it's easy, but there is always help available to us via the universe, via God. The Course in Miracles says that you can always find comfort. You know, you can, by appealing to the universe, you will always find comfort, and you will always be given the comfort that you need, that you ask for. The 28th of August, Mercury goes into Libra, and that's in your 11th house. So, friendships, communication really starts to go really, really well. You come across very well, and I think your friends this month are important to you, and I think they bridge, so to speak, looking at Libra, they bridge the gap between the things that don't work, the uncertainty within yourself. Your friends are a good way of getting to where you want to go. So make sure you schedule in time to speak to your friends, to do social activities, to socialize, to just relax as well, to sit in the beer garden, you know, Northern Hemisphere, it's summer. And by having those conversations, you'll get a lot of the answers that would take much longer to get if you just sat alone in a room and tried to figure it all out. The full moon is in Pisces on the 29th, and again, that is right on top of your chart. So, the sun is on top of your chart, the moon is right on the bottom of your chart. Excuse me, I just need to clarify that, okay? Because the sun is opposite the moon is in Pisces at the very bottom of your chart. So the blossoming doesn't happen on the top of your chart like I thought, which is about the outside world, the external world. The blossoming, the realization, the spiritual truth comes within you. You realize, you understand what this means, and you realize who you are, what you want to be doing, and how you're going to explore your life and what direction you're going to go in. And then finally, the 30th of August, to finish the month, just realize that this isn't just about navel gazing and kind of, you know, being self-indulgent and trying to figure out what it is you're doing. This will ultimately have a positive financial impact on you, on your life, and the people who are affected by your finances, and it will also actually heal your family relationships, because when you're more happy and settled within what you're doing, then you don't need to resent the people who've tried to put you into a certain role, because you've sidestepped that and you've still found your path, and it even improves relationships. Okay, so Sagittarius, very deep reading for you this month. I hope you found it useful in some way. If you'd like a private reading with me, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. And remember to subscribe to the channel, and you can also email me. The address is readings@gregoryscott.co.uk. Have a fantastic month, and I'll speak to you soon.